Hey y'all, welcome back to the Mommy First podcast.
So you're a mommy first.
And a baddie immediately after.
It's your girl Danny the icon.
It's your typical friend, typical Tana.
And it's your girl Lila.
Ooh, did you see her? I think I wanna meet her. I love a big group, a divine fine creature. Everybody in the clique, got that aura and I need the face card never decline. Shorty favorite chance.
How are y'all guys doing? How's everything going?
We are doing great.
We're coming up on Derby week.
We are.
Have any Derby plans?
I'm working Derby.
Working Derby too.
Hey, working Derby.
Y'all gonna be right
to the bag.
Yes, Derby 150.
Yeah, so I get to see it in person.
Yeah.
I'm paying that $100-something $1,000.
Right.
So it's nice.
For 2 minutes. That's
Exactly.
crazy. So
we just gonna walk down to Churchill Downs and be outside.
That's how it's nice. They be cooking, they be grilling food.
Really?
Yeah. They be doing it at the people around the houses. You get a good little fish fry over there.
Right.
Yeah. So we got our Derby gear on, celebrating.
As
You know, it is a Louisville holiday, and nobody else cares about it. We do, because it is one of the greatest. It's one of the greatest races because people literally pay thousands for 2 minutes.
yes.
And it's a big deal.
People,
The city shut down.
celebrities. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I love Derby season.
And it's like the longest running
And is it gonna be
sporting
good
event.
weather? It's gonna be good
It's like the
weather
longest
this
running
year?
sporting event. So
I
it's
think
dope.
so. It's gonna be good weather.
I
hope so.
Because it hasn't.
It be raining.
I know.
Sometimes. That'd be the downfall, but
Yeah.
I don't know what's the wrong thing. But hopefully we'll pray for good weather, get outside. Oh, it's gonna be raining, but Derby should be good. So yeah. I'm excited. I'm gonna go to the chow wagon.
Oh
Take
yes. That's
let's
my
do it.
to-go thing.
But
Absolutely.
okay. But I wanted to talk about, I saw a post that said teach your kids how to be a good friend because some kids do not go home to love. So if you resonate with me, because you know I'm very passionate about my son cultivating these friendships and remaining friends with these kids that from daycare to continue on. I just don't feel like friendship was kind of like ingrained in me growing up. Like I wasn't really taught like how to be a good friend or how to cherish friendships. And I wish I had like closer friends, more friends, things like that. So I make a really big deal about Josiah being a good friend and making friends at daycare. I see one of his friends' mom and I was like, we need to get the kids together outside. Like we need to really get them bonded. But it had me thinking like how many other parents care that much.
Right.
Like I really care about like teaching how to be a good friend. I asked them how daycare was going, who do you play with, how they play, did they get along, like asking questions and telling him like trying to teach them lessons on like well, even if he's not having a good day, you still give him his space, still be nice to him, things like that, like trying to teach him how to be a good friend. So I did want to ask y'all like how do y'all feel about that? Do y'all like what lesson are y'all teaching y'all kids on how to be a good friend?
You want to go first?
I mean, I pretty much do the same thing. So whenever, my son goes to school, it's crazy because I actually know just by taking them to school every day, like, who's in this class, who's not in this class. And so I'll be like, look, there's your friend such and such. And, he kind of looks like, you're not supposed to know that that's my friend. He's in my class.
So he's a possessive friend?
Right. He goes very close. That's cute.
Yeah. But then I'll ask him, I was like, what did you do today? Who'd you play with today? And he's like, my friend. I'm like, what's your friend's name? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, baby, you gotta learn your friends' names. And so I do kind of help him out. I was like, so was it Benjamin today? Was it Benjamin that you played with today? And just kind of go down the list. And he's like, oh. And I'm like, okay, so what did y'all play? Like, what center were y'all in? What did y'all do? And was it fun? Like,
why do you think he's shy about his friendships?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if because I feel like I'm socially awkward. And so I don't know if he feels that way, even though he's 4.
Right.
But I don't know if he feels that way or if it's just a thing of just that possessiveness. Like, I don't want nobody else to know that.
I wonder if it's like different for only child. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. With y'all's kids being only child. I know for me being an only child growing up, my friends were like my sisters and brothers.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things where when I approached people and started having that relationship with them, I got attached to them in that sense. But I don't know, like my mama didn't ever ask about my friends, so I don't know if I would ever been in a position to be, you know, like Kendrick.
I mean, but then with me sometimes, because I kind of overthink stuff, and I'm like, well, what if this friend is not being the nicest friend?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but if he says something, then it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna lose a friend. You get what I'm saying?
And that's
so I be like, I don't know. I try to figure it out, but I don't really know how to, like, what to ask to try to figure that out.
Do you know the parents? Like, do you know the parents of his friends?
I know some of the parents.
Okay.
Like a few of them. Like, we're friends on Facebook. But like, I know there was a friend in school in particular that, you know, wasn't a nice friend.
Oh, yeah.
You know, always taking his stuff and toys and stuff like that. So, you know, he'll tell me about that friend. And, you know, I'm like, well, you know, those friends aren't really your friends if they're, you know, taking your things from you and stuff like that. But you also have to, you know, be able to share, you know, and stuff like that. But, like the other friends that he's really giddy about, I'm just like, why don't you want to tell me about these friends?
Do you try to get them together outside, like organize anything?
So we haven't.
Outside? Yeah.
We haven't yet.
Yeah.
We
haven't yet either, but that's something. So who does he play with now?
What you mean?
Like
at school?
Like outside of school.
Like most of the time his brother, because his dad has his brother full time now. So his brother, like, you know, he would fight to go over, you know, his dad's, and when I told him that he was going to be going over there, he's like, Mommy, my friend, and he was like, is Kyrie going to be at Amy's? And I was like, yes. I said, but who is Kyrie? And he's like, my brother. I was like, okay. I was like, I just wanted to make sure that you knew that he was your brother,
not just your friend.
Right, but I'm glad that he's your friend also.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah, that must be Joe's son too. Like when he's with his dad, he'll be with his brothers, or when he's like with me, he's mainly playing with my nephew who's 9. So it's kind of like a little difference. So I haven't gotten them together. I of course invite his friends like the birthday parties, things like that. I said I wanted to organize something, like some kind of maybe movie night for the kids to get them together outside, because he wants to play with the kids. Like he be wanting to play with the kids across the street. I let him go sometimes, but they be running everywhere, and I'm a little scared about that. But you know, I try to get him to, you know, spend time outside of school so that he can learn how to be around other kids, and because he is the only child. And I do want to ask, so do you see a difference between Emery and Irie? Because Emery's not only child anymore, but she was the only child for like 9 years of her life. So do you see a difference with how she built friends up versus how Irie does? Because he not only has Emery, but he has your bonus baby too. So
and so I think. So both of my kids, they're very sociable, and they do the same thing. Well, Irie does the same thing where when he used to go to daycare, and I'll ask him how was his day, he'll tell me all about his daycare friends, and he would know their names, and I'm like, I don't know none of these kids. But I let him, you know, say who his friends are. But as far as the differences with them, I don't see it that much, because with Emery, yes, she was the only child, but I was very sociable, so she got to see me around my friends a lot, and I think that had an impact on how she was able to form friends, especially when she got into school. As far as Irie, I think because he has Emery and now he has Aiden in the picture, that, you know, relationship of playing with somebody else is already there. So when he goes out, he just says hi, like, or the kids will say hi, and he just starts the conversation. And I'm just like, okay, I wish I was like that, but when I don't know people, I just stay away.
Right.
But yeah, like, it's not that much of a difference. I did want to bring up, because I realized in our past 2 episodes we mentioned stuff about friends and life lessons, and how Shay was talking about how possibly our moms didn't teach us how to be a friend, and then when it comes to like deeper stuff, how are the kids supposed to show up? I know one time I was in my room. Emery was, I think, 7, 8. I don't know, but she was in elementary, and she was on the phone with a friend, and she was talking about the death of our grandpa. But the way she was saying it was like she was gloating or bragging or something, and I was like, something ain't right. So I went in there, I asked her to get off the phone, and I asked her to, recall what the conversation was about. And so basically, she was telling me that her friend was talking about, I guess, something traumatic happened in their life. Mm-hmm. And so at that moment, for me, when it comes to like teaching Emery how to be a good friend, I had to tell her our business is our business. But for 2, when your friend is having a moment of, trying to express what's going on in their life, give them that moment. Don't make it into a competition or a bragging session or whatever. So I had to really get on, she wasn't in trouble, but I had to have that stern talk with her because I just felt like, my spirit was like, no, you gotta, it's nice to support your friend, right? And then as we get older, that's harder to find. Yeah. Especially in friends. Yeah. Another thing that I noticed with Emery, not so much with Irie, at least not yet, is when she did make a friend, everybody was best friend. I was like, no. Yeah. I want to teach you that there's levels to friendship. Cause y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all can relate. Sometimes you might feel like you're in one type of relationship, maybe think of somebody higher than they actually think you are. Mm-hmm. So it's that part, trying to teach that in our kids.
Yeah, because I actually did feel bad because like somebody would call me their best friend, and I'm like, I don't even know how to approach that. My best friend.
There's a girl on the show I used to watch. She has 26 best friends.
26.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
I think it was 26, 16, 26. A very high number. They all went on a trip to.
Is that even together. Possible?
So with her, it made me kind of rethink it. I think. Yes. I think she is really, because the girl's like a very supportive person. She's always there for all of her friends. So I think that they all see her. Kind of how you said somebody might see you as their best friend, but she's also just a very supportive person. She also sees them as her best friend too. Okay. So she like reciprocates that best friendness from them. Which is interesting to think about, because I'm definitely like a small best friend.
Exactly. Me I don't even have that many friends to be.
It was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I always wanted to know how you even establish the best friend thing, because I know there's been some instances where somebody was like best friend, and I'm like, when did this happen? Right. But over time, the more I was around those people, the closer we got. So it did eventually get to that point. Mm-hmm. But initially, it was just like, we never had a conversation. I was unaware of this. Like, I'm not seeing you like that, at least not yet, So I don't even know how you even establish that or how that connection even goes. I wouldn't even know how our kids gain that connection.
Right. Yeah, how would you navigate that? Because it can be very similar to love. Some people fall in love really fast. Some people have to take a long time to get to that point of love. Friendship is a form of love. You should love your friends like you would love your family or your romantic partner. Well, not like romantic partner, but have that love for all these people. Yeah. So some people can meet you first month and know, oh, I really like her. She's gonna be my best friend. Like I see her, like I can go to her. I feel very comfortable around her. But you might feel like, well, I need a little more time to figure it out. Like, how do you navigate that with your kid? If maybe your kid is the one that makes best friends fast, or if your kid has somebody that's calling their best friend, but they're kind of like,
for Emery, and since she's like, the teen, I just basically encourage her to take her time getting to know them. Because I know now that she's older, she's out of that everybody's my best friend stage. Because things are getting more real in the middle school age. It was one instance that she was telling me, a girl, so she was in this little clique, and one of the girls transferred to their rival school. And so when there was some type of incident at the rival game, the schools were going back and forth on social media. Well, it dragged Emery into it, and the girl that she used to be friends with, I don't know, she's just turned on her. And the crazy thing is, the girl ended up saying, that's why you ain't got no daddy or something like that. Yes. Aww. And it's like,
that's hard.
I mean, it is harsh, but Emery's a low blower too, so she said some stuff back, and I told her, you ain't got to do all that. But to me, that's why I'm like, you got to know the people. You got to take time to know them, because you're going to end up sharing stuff, and then you don't know what they're capable of doing with that stuff. But, I mean, they still going to attach themselves to people, so I guess just being there in their corner while they're navigating that.
And with what you said, Danny, about how, you know, you're supposed to love people, I guess the same way you would, like, love everybody the same, I guess. It's, like, I heard people say that, like, even with love, it's like you have to see this person in every different type of season. So when they're angry, when they're happy, when they're sad. And I feel like that kind of goes along with, like, your friendships. So it's like, you know, when my son gets older, I want to be able to ask him, okay, what's your best friend? Why is this your best friend? Just like you would ask, you know, like people ask us, like, well, how do you know you're in love? How do you know you love this person? Like, how do you know that this is your best friend? Right. And see what he comes up with, because, you know, everybody's not your best friend. Everybody's not your friend. Everybody doesn't have your best interests at heart. No matter how you are to them, it's not always reciprocated. So, like, I mean, I know I have, like, a friend, but I know where, like, what I can share with her, what I can't, because she's not that best friend.
There's a trust factor.
She's not that best friend, because I know, like, if I go and I say, oh, you know, somebody slid in my DM and blah blah, it's always trying to, you know, have a one up on me, and I'm like, why are we doing this? Like, if I'm your best friend and if you're supposed to be my friend, why are we doing this? Like, why you feel like you always got to have that one up?
Have that conversation?
No, I just don't share stuff with them.
Okay.
That's the best for us at the moment, because I know what I can share and what I can't.
So is
share.
this the young lady that sees you differently and you see her differently?
Yeah, she sees me as her best friend now. I mean, she's a friend. You know, she's a friend, but she's not somebody I would call, like, my best friend. Like, I'm not gonna share my most intimate or secret moments with this friend. You know what I'm saying?
But she shares her secrets with you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm also one that's gonna take it to my grave.
Right.
So, like, even if we get up, even if she, like, stab me in the back or something, I'm still gonna take it to my grave.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not giving her best friend. Blast you. Exactly,
okay.
But she's not mine.
She's not yours. Okay. So what values are you going to instill in your kids to, when you do have that conversation, for how you figure out somebody's your best friend or friend in general? Like, what qualities are you going to teach your kids to look out for? Like, okay, that's how you know this person is your friend and not a frenemy, or not somebody that's just trying to compete with you or trying to get in close with you for alternate reasons.
To see how they act when they're mad, when they're sad, when they're happy. You know, all of these different emotions.
How would they act? Like, how would you tell him if somebody's acting this way, they're not your friend. If somebody's acting this way, they are your friend. Like acting how?
I mean, it's different. It just depends on the person. But, like, if you share, like she said that she shared, like Emery shared with her friend that her, you know, she didn't have a father. Her grandpa passed away. If they use that against you when they're mad, that's not your friend. If they intentionally do stuff or use stuff that you have told them in, you know, secrecy or whatever, or in confidence, and they use it against you to hurt you, they're not your friend.
Yeah. I also feel like when they take out the time to check in on you, it's something nice. So that's what I would basically tell Emery.
What you mean, take out the time?
Take all the time to check in. So I'm not talking about because
some people be nosy, they just want metal.
But let's say you've been MIA.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's a friend, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I haven't heard from you in a while. Or everything's okay." Type of check in. Yeah. Versus you don't hear from nobody, and then you just come back in the scene.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
How do you distinguish the nosiness from genuine care?
Exactly.
That's a hard one because people is nosy.
And that's low-key things we gotta think about because, like you said, we're teaching like how if our kid came to us like for something like that, what would we say? Like how would we know?
Yeah,
because it's a difference in just saying, "Hey, I noticed that you've been at my A, and I was just checking on you, making sure that you're okay." Versus, so where you been? What's wrong? What's going on? And
isn't
blah,
that
blah, and
the right of a friend though? Like,
no.
can't be nosy?
I guess you can, but if y'all really have that relationship, I personally feel like if we really have that relationship, you won't have to ask me all of that. I'll just come out and say to you, like if you send me a message and you're like, "Hey Lila, I'm just checking on you, making sure that you're okay. I noticed that you've been MIA." I would feel comfortable enough to be like, "Hey, thanks for checking on me. Like, I've just been going through this with work, and this has happened with the boyfriend," or
what is nosy? What's a nosy message?
Kids ain't acting right. Texting, "Hey, I'm just checking on you, making sure you're okay. You've been MIA. Thank you for checking on me. So where you been? What's going on? Oh, I just been having some issues at work. Well, what are they doing at work? What's going on Like, I feel like if I'm not open enough to share that with you and you just keep on trying to pull stuff out of me, then I feel like you've been messy. But that's just me.
How's that happen to you?
That's a thin line. If my friend responded to me short, knowing I'm genuinely going to ask them how they're doing, if they're short with me, like, I'm fine. No, are you fine? Because you're not being you. So it's kind of like, so it's not really how they come at you. It's like you're trusting them.
Yes, that's what I'm like.
I guess so.
Because
like I feel like also the trust, because some friends, if you're normally that friend, if I know that you're normally that friend that's going to pull it out of me regardless, then okay, I accept that from you. Yeah. But if you're just a friend that I know, anytime I be like, okay, I'm good, you be like, oh, okay. Yeah. And nothing else. And then you want to pull stuff out of me, and then I feel like you're being messy because you don't normally do that.
Yeah, so it's how they move originally.
Yeah, like you don't normally, like, we don't talk every day. You know what I mean? And I know that. And I know that. So if you constantly trying to talk to me every day, you trying to pull stuff out of me, trying to see what's going on, blah blah. And
they battling. They nosy. Well, I mean, it's so hard. This is to really think about it and how we will instill it in our kids. It's actually really tricky. It's probably why our parents said.
It's hard to explain why, because you can know somebody's your friend who's not. You know who you can share stuff with, who you can't share stuff with. You could tell if your child tell you about an interaction with somebody, like, I might not be your friend, but it's hard to say why. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how do I show that why? Because I don't want to be like. Cause it happens a lot. Parents be like, "She ain't your friend," and the kid's like, "You don't know what you're talking about." Right? My best friend. And next thing you know, we have situations like the girl in Atlanta who her best friend roommate killed her for her boyfriend, stuff like that. She's like, it's hard to know. Like, how can I tell my child, my son, future kids, like, okay, this person's not your friend, but here is why they're not your friend. Here's what they're moving kind of funny. And this is what it is.
Maybe us also getting to know and spending time with the friends. Like I guess when y'all talk about, or when you talk about having a little sleep up, a little get together or whatnot, and being with the kids, observing them, so that when in the future it does come that JoJo mentions something or you just see something, you can put in all of that support, that backup to say this is why.
Because I told you at the birthday party, I started seeing their interaction with the three amigos that they are together at daycare. I started seeing like, okay, he might be the little leader. He, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta teach JoJo, don't keep just following him around. It's fun if he's the more outspoken friend. He's the one that's, you know, has the ideas. I want to be around him. Right. But you know what I'm saying? If he's falling out with this friend, you don't follow him or follow with that friend. You ain't got no beef with him. Like things like that is why I try to like observe. Like okay, or I dropped him off and his best friends pulled up at the same time. So I'm like, JoJo, look who's here. He was excited. He was like, oh, is he, you know, him? But he had a bad morning. His dad was like, he's in a bad mood right now, just so you know. So the little boy, JoJo's like, hey. He like ran right past him. So JoJo was like sad. I'm like, well, JoJo, I'm saying he's having a bad day. Yeah. See how he feels later. Like give him some space and see how he does later. And they end up being cool. Like I asked him, like, did he end up playing with you? He was like, yeah, he did. So I'm like, okay, see. So like, you gotta give him a little bit of space, but kind of know, like observing those kind of things. Like, okay, he's having a bad morning. Hope he don't have like a bad day every day. Like if it comes to the point like JoJo's telling me he was meeting him every day. Yeah. Okay, maybe that might be, you know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all aren't
play with somebody else.
Yeah, maybe somebody else. Maybe y'all are, you know, because they're toxic together. They say they fight all the time. So they're those kind of friends. But it's kind of like trying to make sure he knows like the difference between a bad day and a bad friend.
Yeah,
kind of thing. So
how would y'all feel? Because well, I don't know how it is for boys, but
yeah, I was thinking that.
But how would y'all feel when they get older for your kid to spend the night at that friend's house?
Oh, that's me saying boys, girl, whatever. I ain't. Yeah. Stuff can happen to little boys in houses too. I'm not gonna be for it. We can definitely have our sleepovers at our house. We have as many sleepovers at our house.
Yes,
but it would definitely depend on the comfort with that family.
Okay.
But I think I would find a hard time being a brand new family that I don't know, as opposed to maybe a family friend who has a child his age. Or something like that. That'd be a little different where I kind of know the family dynamic a little deeper. Yeah. But if it's like one of his brand new daycare friends, I know the parents, they can be great people, but you never know who be in that house, who be around them. So I don't think I'm gonna be with the babysitting because it can happen to boys. And I remember our audio engineer had mentioned that boys don't talk about what happens to them because people don't take it serious. Yeah. Because they think it's like things can't happen to little boys, it only happen to little girls. Yeah. So it's kind of like one of those. Yeah. I'm still be observing, probably not have the sleepovers, other people's houses. They can come over here. I want to turn it up. You know, I'm an extra mom. We're going to have a ball.
That because so my first experience of that was Emery in 3rd grade. Didn't really know the mom like that, and it was her best friend at the time, and it was her best friend's birthday.
It's always the birthday.
And I was hyperventilating and everything else because I'm like thinking like y'all, like you don't know what's happening at these people's house.
But let her go?
I let her go.
Okay.
I did let Emery go because she was really like excited for it. Like it's different in the moment, like because right now we're talking about our overprotective selves when it comes to our kids. But when you see how they light up and they want to be around their friend, and then I don't know what the conversation would be, but to me it would be awkward to be like, they can't go for the birthday, because birthdays are special or whatnot. So I had that brief talk with the parent, but I had a very deep talk with Emery first. The day before and the day of, that basically any weird shit happen, don't even alert the parents or anything. You contact me immediately, text, call, I don't care, and then I will come and get you.
And I think it does. I think the maturity level in the child
plays a part.
Yeah. So she's able to understand, what should go on, what should not go on, and who I need to contact if something go down. Yeah. So
I guess, I have reason to ain't over nobody's right now.
I'm just nervous because as much as I want to be that mom, I don't feel like I would be that mom. And I don't let him go. To let him go, or to have people at my house. Because it's not even so much the kids, it's the parents.
Yes.
I don't have time for nobody to be trying to say, oh well, she did this.
Right. Yeah.
I don't have time
Especially when the kid, the kids, I don't know if y'all seen a TikTok video that was like leaving out certain context clues, so it came off a certain way. Yeah. So the kid might express to the parent, one side of the story, and then hear the parent coming at you all sideways.
Yeah. Ooh, I even saw one on Facebook about how I think they were cousins. Honestly, but they went out of town, and one cousin tried to contact the other to try to get her child to come over that night because she was trying to get like her sizes and stuff like that, but she didn't say anything about it.
Is that what we said? Okay. That's what we talked about.
And so she kind of got left out.
Yeah.
And I had the outfit, and then they, going at it on Facebook. Like, I don't have time.
Oh, got you. I
don't have time for like
that foolishness. Yeah.
No, we gonna keep our circle small. It's gonna be the same three we riding. Like me and the moms be on the same page with these three. That's something I'm trying to get him in school with them. Same time we gonna ride it together.
Right.
Yeah. But I think it is have different voice. Now that I really think about it, it's gonna be a little different because they're gonna get into sports.
Yeah.
So have, like, the sports sleepover, and then the want to hang out with their football friends, their baseball friends.
But then with that comes that competition. If they all three playing football and one's getting more acknowledgement than the others, and they're like competing against one another.
It's healthy competition.
It's healthy competition.
I know, but I watch All American, and you know how Spencer and Jordan are like brothers. Yeah. But then when Spencer was getting the limelight, it was cool. Jordan kind of backed up, but now that Jordan's getting the limelight, Spencer's kind of feeling like he's trying to take his spot, and stuff like that. So it's
that's how my sister be teaching my nephew, because he's in a lot of sports, so he has like a lot of sports friends. So kind of teaching him, he be playing against his friend or things like that. Like, don't take a person; he's still your friend. You're just playing, but y'all might be playing against on separate teams, or like he might have got the touchdown, you didn't get it this time. It's okay, it's your friend. You should be cheering for him. Like, you should be happy that he's still, he's getting his shine. So you don't have to be the star every time,
because they on the same team. But they both competing for Heisman. Yeah. So.
And do you think it will be more relevant with the competition among boys than it is with girls, or is it the same thing?
I don't know, because I feel like girls are more supportive.
I don't know. I've been watching this show called Mean Girl Murders, and girls be competitive.
Really? Oh, well. I guess it just depends on the person.
It does depend on the person.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. But the crazy thing, that I'll say about men and boys, they can be clashing and be friends in the next hour. So it's kind of different because girls' competition lingers.
Yep.
We gonna be competing for a minute. Hold a little bit of grudge. Dudes compete, be mad at each other on the court. On the way home, they cool with their friends. How about going out the same night type stuff. So it could be a little different. Yeah. I don't know. But I think the overall message though is figure out like what values you want to instill in your kids. Because the main message from the post was you don't know what the kids are going through.
Right.
So that's definitely something I think about. I always want just not to be the kid that's nice to everybody. You don't have to be everybody's friend, but be respectful to everybody. Right. Don't be the bully. Don't pick on kids.
Right.
Even if everybody else is doing it. Like, learn how to be a good friend and don't turn on your friends. Know there's a time when friendships might end. You might go separate ways. It happens. People grow differently. But always move with grace and be a good person, so that you know what I'm saying, somebody could be going through different storms. You don't want to be added on to that.
So while we're speaking about friends, I feel like a friend should have been here with this one girl who's auditioning for Baddies, because the way they treated her was kind of like what happened? I mean, wow. So, kind of leads into what hot topic I want to talk about. I was looking at, just on Facebook, looking at a video, and it was auditions for, I guess, some type of season for whatever baddie, because I don't follow that. You probably can let me know. But
was it local or the actual baddie?
Oh, I forgot that there's so many baddies. It was the actual show on.
Oh, okay. It had so Baddies Caribbean.
Which one has a white girl?
She get two. Look.
It was a. Well, I don't know.
About Mariah Lynn?
No, I recognize her. It was some other girl. She looked like.
What happened?
Yeah. So, anyways,
I might know explain the situation.
Yeah, and you let me know who was on the panel because there's three of them. So, a girl named Elle, she came up and she was really like bubbly and she talked like this. And she was saying, I want to be a baddie because at the age of 18, I got a OnlyFans page.
It was Bree.
So Bree, who else was
She's
it?
actually
Bree,
from Louisville or Kentucky, right?
Really?
I don't think so.
Bree, I thought she was.
I didn't know it. Learn something new.
Right.
It was like
It was a big girl.
It was like Bree, Rolly.
Okay, Rolly. Rolly was Jayla. I didn't like her because so what happened was a girl was like, I joined OnlyFans, which allowed her to move out of her parents' house, buy a house, and be successful. They asked, how much did you make on OnlyFans? She said $10,000 in the past month.
Okay.
The way what's her name? Jayla was like, next.
Okay.
Next. And girl, because the girl was all bubbly or whatnot, Rolly was like, oh, you're so sweet. They gonna eat you alive. And the girl was like, well, no, I was gonna fight my neighbor. Over a parking spot. So it just made me like, dang. Like, first of all, what is a baddie?
Yeah.
What is the definition of a baddie? Because this girl, to me, is handling her business. Right. No matter how she's, getting the money, she's able to take care of herself and stand on her 2 feet. What's so wrong with what she's presenting?
Yeah, because that basically
twofold.
Yeah,
I think there's a definition of the baddie for the show, and a definition of what a real baddie is. Because I think if we're talking the show baddie, they want the girl that is
loud,
cocky. They gotta be loud, but it's cocky. It's gonna fight you for looking at them crazy. It's gonna be good TV entertainment, gonna pop their shit, even if they really ain't got shit going, but they gonna pop it like they got something going on. A real baddie doesn't have to do all that, in my opinion. I think a real baddie is one who's handling her business, whether she has her own business, whether she has a good job, whether she is a stay-at-home mom, whatever she is taking care of taking care of home, make sure she's getting some money to take care of herself. Looks good, take care of her mental health, whether that is on her own or through therapy, and is just happy and not in no drama, not no beef. The baddie shows if you in some drama, you a baddie because these people can't fuck with you, so you're gonna let them know. But I feel like if you're a real baddie, you don't gotta let nobody know nothing. Right. It's gonna speak for itself. Right. If you go into a room, they gonna know you a baddie because you're gonna look good. You're gonna have that confidence. You're gonna have a smile on your face. You're gonna have that aura that is like, I got my stuff together. Right. So that's why I think a baddie is personally, in my opinion.
Yeah. I agree with what you said about that.
I agree with that too. And I even looked it up. So I went on Urban Dictionary to look it up, and what they said a baddie was, it says a baddie is a girl who's always on fleek. That's the word they use.
We still say fleek,
right?
So let us know we still say fleek.
We don't.
What's the word?
Every ages.
We don't know.
Slaying the game. So it says that she can hold her own, take care of herself. She's pretty. She's independent. She don't take stuff from nobody. But she don't have to be
fight for it. Right. You should be able to fight with your words. Right. At this age, you got stuff to lose. We don't need to be out here still fighting. Right. Unless we really try to defend ourselves, of course. Exactly. But out here just fighting for no reason or initiating fights, I think we too old for that. Yeah. At least us, we 30 plus. Right. I don't know about y'all young girls. Y'all gonna learn. It's still not worth it in general. Period. To be out here fighting for nothing. But young girls, they gonna do what they do. How much do you think looks weigh on being a baddie?
That's what I was about to say. Is there an aesthetic to being a baddie? Because
I personally don't feel like looks really define who you are.
I think society though defines
society. Does. But I mean, even with the show, all of them don't got the looks. So
which one? No, I ain't gonna be like that.
I think think it's upkeep.
Like having that confidence, because you can be ugly and be confident,
right?
And that makes you look. That makes you look beautiful.
Yeah. Didn't it say something in the definition about wearing sweatpants? No makeup on.
Yeah, no makeup.
I don't know where it was.
It says looking good in, tight clothes. But even if you have on sweatpants.
Yeah, no makeup.
Still bad, no makeup, just...
Like you said, upkeep.
I think it's upkeep. I think sometimes when they say that, they want the society pretty girl who is like very petite face, don't have to wear makeup. I think if you take care of your skin with good skincare, so you make sure, you don't have to wear makeup because you're glowing, your skin still looks good if you're not wearing makeup. And if you are wearing sweatpants, they're not dingy dirty. They actually, clean, fit your body right. So I think that's what makes the baddie. You don't have to be society pretty.
Yeah.
I think if you can make yourself look good, however you are, because, you know what I'm saying? How you look is how you look. Unless you want to go change it, because I've struggled with that before. Like I don't think I'm society pretty, but I know I'm not the type to go get some work done on my face. So work done some surgery. So I'm like, I just gotta accept who I am and try to be the best to me. So I try to, I be having my days, but I try to like consciously look good. I'm actually going on a journey on TikTok because there was a girl on the show. I always watching shows. It was the ultimatum, I think. No, it's not the ultimatum. I forgot the show, but her name was Tolu, I know for a fact, and she always looked good. And it was like I could just tell she came into the day with intentions of looking good. Like she takes the time to do her skincare, to do her makeup very nice and natural, to make sure her hair looks good, make sure her skin looks moisturized. And that's the journey I'm trying to go on, because if I just take care of myself every day, just going in like I'm not gonna look dingy dirty, I'm not gonna look like I ran out the bed, I'm gonna put some Vaseline on, put some chapstick on. Yeah, take care of yourself intentionally looking good however you look. I think that makes you a baddie. You don't have to be like looking like Joy Chavez or Jada Waiter or none of these, Beyonce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Have you noticed when you do dress up, or not even dress up, but like you said, take care of yourself, put on something nice or whatever, that you feel good as well? So you look good, you feel good?
Yes, I have a quote on my phone, on my vision board. I don't feel able to see it. Then you can't even see it, but it was Deion Sanders basically saying, if you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. If you play good, you get paid good. So I have it on my vision board to allow myself, like if I just get up and look good, I feel better about myself. I feel confident, and I'm gonna exude that confidence. I mean, whatever I'm gonna go after, I'm gonna achieve it because I have the confidence in myself and I feel good.
So it's a return. It's a
It starts.
It does start within.
So since I was still talking about the
Urban Dictionary,
it also says that most of the time baddies grew up being bullied or lacking confidence, and now they have that confidence to be themselves and do what they dreamed of doing all this time. So do y'all agree? Do you feel like you're a baddie?
Period. Period.
Exactly.
I think when you start off being bullied or people picked on you or you said felt like you weren't enough, when you get to that point of you starting to get that confidence, you feel like you have something to prove. Like you want to prove to those people back then, like I'm not the girl you used to make fun of me for. Especially if you had situations where you didn't have the newest clothes or felt like you looked good when you get to the point you start making some money and you start to buy yourself what you always wanted to buy yourself or look how you always wanted to look. You gonna go a little extra harder because like I'm about to show these people that made fun of me back then. I'm that girl now. I'm that this. So I think that's what grows you into being a baddie from being bullied. So I think a lot of baddies probably were bullied.
Yeah, I do.
Back then they didn't want me. Now
they all want me. I think there are girls that weren't bullied though. But I think there's a little extra fuel.
Because I know personally, I was never bullied. But I didn't have that confidence either. So, I mean, I'm still building up that confidence. But, like, I didn't have that confidence either. I'm more confident now. But back then, Because I've had surgery.
Yeah.
You know, like to bring my boobs down, even though they
wasn't
still
cosmetic.
there.
That's different.
Right, that wasn't cosmetic.
That's different.
When
I'm
they
talking about that.
I didn't
the ass sides,
Getting a nose job.
BDL.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at this girl. I said this to my best friend because she loves Ari. This girl, we can tell she just went to her doctor and said, make me look like Ari. Because she looks just like her. Hold on.
See?
She looks just like Ari.
Wow. Yeah.
So I ain't so like doing that.
Yeah.
Like going and changing your
Yeah.
look to what you think a baddie looks like. But yeah, take your breasts down. People gonna say you did the wrong thing. You should have kept them big.
Yeah. But I understand why you did.
If they supposed to be kept big, then I would have had to enhance everything because
Okay, it was.
So it was cosmetic?
it's giving windy. It's giving windy. Wendy.
Wendy's a baddie. No, I did not.
She was the ice cream cone shade. You know, you big.
Yeah. So it was cosmetic? It wasn't because it was heavy?
I mean, it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it cosmetic surgery though?
It is still considered cosmetic, I think. But I was able to get my doctor to say that it was medically. I was able to get my doctor to say that it was medically necessary. That way, that the insurance would pay for it. Mm-hmm. Other than that, it would have just been cosmetic.
Okay. Gotcha. So y'all feel like y'all baddies? What makes y'all baddies?
Well, my confidence for me.
Hey, talk about it.
And I was the kid that had moments of bullying. I wasn't like constantly bullying, but I told y'all one story and everything. So when I found my voice, that was it. Y'all couldn't tell me nothing. When I found out my other qualities, you can't tell me nothing. And even to this day, when it comes to my job getting on my damn nerves, you can't tell me nothing. So
fuck them. How'd you get to that point? How'd you get to that point? Where the confidence switch?
Where did it switch? I mean, I know it was college days when I was doing stuff all on my own, and because when I approach something for the first time, my anxiety increases, and so usually I think back then when I was like younger, my family would step in, whatever. Once I got through the situations I got through and knew like I can do this on my own, my confidence started peaking.
Girl, that's a bad bitch. She was cooking and cleaning and cooking.
But I mean, to get past, other people giving compliments and everything, because sometimes that validation helps in a sense. But for me, it was mainly realizing I can do stuff all on my own. Despite what anybody else is saying, I can't.
Yeah. So. And that's why I felt so connected when Chef Shay was saying, when she said, "Watch me," because that's how my confidence grew. Because I was so used to people telling me, "Oh, you ain't gonna do this. You ain't gonna amount to this. You ain't." And it's always been, okay, watch me. Like I can show you better than I can tell you. So it's like, even when I was in school and people was like, you ain't gonna get through school with no newborn and blah blah.
All right.
but look at this degree, because I'm done. And feel me? Like A's and B's, nothing less. You know what I mean? Like, of course I was my own worst enemy sometimes. Yeah. Because I'm like, oh, I'm about to fail this class and then pass it with an A or a B or something like that. And I'm like, y'all not getting ready to keep on saying I ain't gonna be able to do nothing, because watch me. Like I feed off that. Like I want you to tell please doubt me. Please tell me I ain't gonna be a millionaire next year. Watch me. Like don't play. Like I really doubt it.
Baddie. Huh? What else makes you a baddie?
I mean, I'm a baddie for one because I am the daughter of a king.
Amen.
That's right. So regardless as to what society feels like a baddie is, my daddy said that I'm a baddie. So who are you to say I'm anything less?
You right.
Amen.
You are so right. You are so right. It's hard to follow up with that.
I know.
You don't hear that. You don't hear. I mean, but you don't hear that often.
You don't. Them baddies on TV definitely ain't saying that.
Right. They be a little bit of him in their life, a little bit, but yeah, that's what's up.
Okay.
Correct.
What makes you a baddie, Danny?
Girl, I don't know. After that,
Daddy, you are silly.
I think I am a baddie aesthetically because you see the material.
Period.
I think I have a level of hustle and drive in me that I'm going to figure out a way to make what I want to happen.
That's right.
I don't think I'm at my peak. Okay. I think I still have room to grow, which I love, which I'm so excited about being in my 30s because people think, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't made it by your 30s, it's over. I think I have a whole lot more to show and prove.
Yeah.
So I think for where I am right now, I think I'm a baddie because I can have people a lot worse off.
Right.
And I know where I want to go, where I want to be, and I know if I just do it, it's gonna happen. Like,
Period.
Yeah.
You
know what I'm saying? I said I wanted to start a podcast, and here we are. I'm saying this podcast is gonna be the next big thing. We're gonna be monetizing it, and it's gonna happen. And I've been putting in, you know what I'm saying? We all been putting in the work behind the scenes to make it happen. So I think that's what makes me a baddie is that I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm not gonna be asked out. I'm never gonna be asked out. I've been there before, and I'll never be there again. But even when I was in college asked out, college broke is that, college broke. I still knew how to make it happen. If I had to take up a second job, I'm working 3 jobs right now because I'm gonna make it happen. So I think that's what makes me a baddie. But I'm not even my final boss baddie. Y'all gonna see how high about
that's cute. Final boss baddie.
Final boss baddie. Like y'all really go.
I can
feel yes.
I just want you to know.
Okay. Well, as y'all can hear it, there is a difference between what Zeus is putting out versus a real baddies. Hey. So if y'all feel like y'all real baddies, drop y'all's name in the comments. And I know listeners, y'all can leave reviews and let us know how y'all resonate as a baddie. Like, we want to know how other baddies out there, like real baddies. So y'all heard it from us, the real definition of a baddie, and there we go.
Yeah, we mommies first and
baddies
immediately.
Period. All right, baddies. So let's get to our mommy moments. Okay. Do we have any good or bad mommy moments that we would like to share?
I got a good one.
Okay, let's
And it's actually related to friends that we was talking about with our kids. Okay. So, Emery was trying to tell me about how she was being a good friend to her friend. Okay. We was in the kitchen and she was proceeding to tell me that her close friend is liking a boy. Okay. And the boy likes her back. And so the friend was hesitating or pretty much like, I'm not going to tell my mom. Emery's like, no, you should tell your mom. It's like, it's something that kind of hit home for me because I always encourage her to tell me stuff. She basically told her friend that I don't like being sideblinded, so it's and hearing it from somebody else, so it's best to hear it from the person. And so Emery relayed that to her friend. So then the next day in the story while Emery's telling me, she said that her friend called her and she's like, guess what? I told my mama and she didn't even take it, a certain type of way. She was grateful that she told her. And there was that. So for me, it was like, I didn't even realize that when I do have past mommy moments, how it trickles down to Emery and how she shows up as a friend. So that's my mom.
Right. She's in a safe space. Like, I hope to have that with my kids. Like, I hope my kids can come to me about anything and not feel like they have to keep a secret from me. Okay, let me give you your tips, girl. I'm about right. Catch me in about 9 years, my father was like, hey.
It's trial and error.
Emery can talk to you about anything. Help me. How can I get Joseph about anything? I need them tips.
The real tip is gonna be with Irene. We're gonna see how he shows up. But let's cheers to that.
Cheers.
Hope
like our glasses.
If y'all haven't noticed,
just one more episode.
We sipping on
here, just watch one more episode.
Issa Rae's wine. Have y'all had this wine? So I wanted y'all to point that out. We were sipping on this for the first time.
Okay. Shout out to Issa. All right. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching the Mommy First podcast.
Where you're a mommy first
and a baddie immediately after.
Period.
Bye.
These women find about their business, how y'all fuck them over. And wonder why you saved in contacts as sperm donor. They hard on you to fuck niggas, they can't feel a thing. He blowing up her phone like a bitch, she just watching.